here and make this rant. And this is something that I've been saying for a long time. It's nothing new. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's nothing that we haven't realized already. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it to the surface because it's one of those weeks in the NFL where you look at the schedule and you realize all of these games suck. And I'm not even talking about just overall this week. I mean the games that were guaranteed to get on TV. Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, the doubleheader on Fox, even Thursday Night Football tonight. These games fucking suck. These games are horrible. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's not about how the schedule is made before the season. I understand that. I understand that whenever you schedule these games, it's before the season starts. You don't know how good or bad these teams are going to be. My issue is that during the season, you understand where teams are at this point in the season. You're allowed to flex games out of prime time and flex games into the 425 doubleheader slot from 12 o'clock. You're able to do that weeks in advance. Why the fuck is the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants the game of the week this week? Why is that the game that I'm getting after the Saints and Vikings end at 12 o'clock after I watch that? Why am I getting Dallas and the Giants? Why is most of the United States getting Dallas and the Giants as America's game of the week? Don't give me this bullshit with the NFL likes Dallas. Dallas has the biggest market, all this other shit. You have to draw a line at some point, okay? The New York Giants are 2-7. They're starting a third string quarterback. I don't even know his fucking name. Dallas is a 17-point favorite. The Giants have nothing to play for. Why the fuck is that the doubleheader? Why am I getting that game on TV once the Saints game ends? Nobody wants to watch that shit unless you're a Dallas fan or a New York Giants fan. And you can talk about, well, Dallas has the biggest fan base and all this other bullshit. Dallas fan base does not make up most of the United States. I can promise you that. As hard as that is to believe, Dallas does not make up most of the United States, most of the NFL fan base. I promise you. The majority are fans of other teams. Nobody wants to watch Dallas and the Giants at 425, 325, wherever the hell you are. That is fucking ridiculous. That's the game of the week. You got Jacksonville and San Francisco at 12 o'clock on Fox. The rights to that game. Why the fuck are you not flexing that into the 425 slot? Why the fuck am I forced to watch Dallas, who's played like 20,000 games on primetime and doubleheader? Why am I forced to watch that going up against one of the sorriest teams in the NFL as the quote-unquote game of the week? That is fucking ridiculous. The NFL does not have their fucking priorities straight. It never used to be like this. The NFL would do the right thing 10 years ago and flex the proper game into the doubleheader slot. They would flex the proper game into Sunday Night Football. And now that you can schedule games into Monday Night Football or flex games out of Monday Night Football, they should be able to do that, right? You got Denver and Buffalo playing on Monday Night Football. Now, that could probably be an interesting game. I'm not going to lie. That might be an interesting game. Denver's playing a little bit better. I'm not even mad about that game, to be honest. And it's a Monday Night Football game. Rarely will you see a Monday Night Football game get flexed. My issue is really with the doubleheader, the 425 game, and Sunday Night Football, which is the fucking Jets and the Raiders. Like, dude, nobody wants to watch that shit. Nobody. And then don't get me started on tonight's game. I get it. Thursday Night Football sucks most of the time anyway, but you're literally watching arguably the two worst teams in the NFL go at it. And I mean, I get it. We're just lucky to have football on Thursday night regardless. And Thursday night football is something that it's going to be a lot harder to flex Thursday night football because you're giving teams short notice and all that stuff. So I'm not really mad at the game tonight. It kind of is what it is. But what I am ballistic about, absolutely livid about, is Dallas and the Giants at 425. When you have, I mean, you got San Francisco and Jacksonville at 12 o'clock on Fox. Hell, you got the Saints and Vikings. The Saints and Vikings, if you know anything about that rivalry, I'd say about 90% of the time those games are close. And I can almost guarantee you that this game Sunday is going to be close. That's another conversation. But the point I'm making is you got options to flex into the 325 slot that are way more competitive and way more meaningful than Dallas and the fucking Giants. Nobody wants to watch that shit. Nobody. Why are we forced to watch that bullshit game? Dallas is they're gonna be up like 40 in the first half. Nobody wants to watch that shit. The NFL schedule makers ought to be a fucking shame to themselves. They're valuing the market over competitiveness, and it's fucking ridiculous. It never used to be like this. You used to see games like, for example, two non major markets playing against each other in the game of the week. For example, you would see teams like, I don't know, let's just throw out an example. Let's say Washington's having a good season and the Vikings are. They would put that kind of game on the game of the week. They would make that the game of the week. They would make, I don't know, Saints and Carolina. They would make Saints. Carolina and the Saints has been America's game of the week for a few years, actually, where it was the game of the week. Actually, 6 years ago, it was America's game of the week. I mean, you've had games like the Bears and the Saints. You've had games like the Bears and the Vikings. I mean, there are interesting matchups that the NFL refuses to flex into those 425 slots or Sunday night football because they're taking care of the Dallas Cowboys. They're taking care of Dallas, the NFC East. In fact, forget the Cowboys. This is the case for the entire NFC East. Excuse me. Like that whole fucking division is spoon fed. That whole fucking division is spoon fed with prime time games and double headers. I mean, shit, Dallas owns half the fucking prime time games and double headers this year. And speaking of a Dallas fan, Pat, what's up, my brother? No offense to you, man, but there's no fucking reason why Dallas and the Giants should be the game of the week, the doubleheader game of the week. When you got fucking Jacksonville, fuck you. I'm literally putting my damn turn signal and whatever. Anyway, there's no fucking reason that Dallas and the Giants should be America's game of the week when you have Jacksonville and fucking San Francisco playing at 12 o'clock on the same channel on Fox. It's not like CBS owns the rights to that game. Jacksonville and the 49ers is on Fox. Yet the NFL refuses to fucking flex that game because they want Dallas at the 425 slot. They want to see Dallas beat the shit out of the Giants' third string quarterback, whoever the hell that is. I don't even know the guy's name. But Dallas is going to win that game in the first half, and they're probably going to be forced to flex the game to another game whenever the time comes. Like, dude, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. So there's my rant on that. And then you got the Jets and Raiders on Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers is not healthy. He's not playing. Jimmy Garoppolo is not healthy. He's not playing. Why the fuck is that game on Sunday night? Like, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. 49er faithful, yeah, I'm gonna watch it because it's football. It's football on TV. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and avoid it because it's two shitty teams. It's a football game. I got fantasy players. I got betting apps and shit. Anyway, I mean, I was about to call you Dallas, Pat, bro. Like you can sit here and say that all you want, bro. But I mean, as bad as the Saints aren't great, but they play in entertaining games. The Saints play entertaining games. Vikings Saints is one of the more entertaining matchups that you could watch historically, and it's been proven that matchup historically is a great matchup for all fans, regardless of who you cheer for. That would be a game worth watching. Um, I mean, Jacksonville and the 49ers, both teams with a lot on the line. That's a game people want to watch. I mean, I promise you, the number of fans that Dallas has in the United States does not outweigh the majority of fans of different teams, the whole rest of the United States. I promise you. But that's my rant. Shouts out to all of you in the chat. Rise up. I don't know when I'm doing the next live. I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna do a live stream again. Pat, Brandon Rogers, Jerry. Oh, congrats to Brandon Rogers. He literally won the easiest bet of his life. I was so in denial, and I did not look, or not in denial. I was so naive, and I did not look at the Pelicans starting lineup against the Timberwolves. And I bet them $20 that the Pelicans would beat the Timberwolves, and they got fucking destroyed because they didn't have Zion, they didn't have Herb Jones. I knew CJ was battling something, but they had a bunch of fucking no-name players starting off the street, and right out the gate, man, I'm like, Brandon, bro, you won this bet, dude. You got $20, bro. You just won $20 off of me, and I sent them the money at halftime because the Pelicans were down 30, and I was like, yeah, there's no fucking way they're coming back in this game. So congrats to Brandon for that. Yeah, dude, the Pelicans need to get their fucking shit together. I'm tired of watching the same shit every damn year. They just blew a 20-point lead the other night to the Denver Nuggets. I'm tired of that shit. Tired of that shit, man. Blowing leads. I mean, the Pelicans are the same old fucking bullshit Pelicans, man. Not expecting much from them. 3-game losing streak. I mean, it's harder to flex Thursday night football games. I'll give the NFL that benefit of the doubt. But when it comes to like Monday night football and Sunday night football and the 425 doubleheader, like, bro, come on, man. Come on, dude. They could not have picked a worse lineup for the doubleheader, Thursday night football, Monday night football, and Sunday night football. Like, it is 4 shit games. Like, I'm so disappointed. But anyway, guys, that's my rant. You can agree, disagree, whatever. Post your opinion. Fuck Dallas's views and ratings. I don't care about their views and ratings. There's going to come a point in time when the NFL is going to have to realize, like, bro, like, this is ridiculous. We have got to be more versatile and more open to different teams playing on these big stage time slots. I'm tired of seeing Dallas every other fucking week, dude. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. Take it, run with it, take it however you want. I don't care. Anyway, you guys take it easy.